channel. My channel. My content. My channel. My content. My channel. My content.
Happy Monday.
Hey, Billy, happy Monday to you.
Welcome, everybody. Myself and Craig will talk about whatever, answer questions, topics from the chat, and usual thing. Like it says below, welcome to Mutation Creations, my channel, my content. And let's see. Yep, look at this. All good.
Sound check.
Loud and clear. Sound
check
checkers
1, 2.
are ready. We don't even have to ask. You guys are so on the ball. You guys are awesome. So let's see. Look at this guy. Mr. Mofo himself is number one.
What's up, Ken?
Damn. What's up, Ken? We got Mike in the house. Number two, the hitchhiker. Thank you. It's funny because I talked about it a long time ago. You know, it's like Stranger Freeway, because I'm Freeway, right? Freeway.
Sure.
And, you know, we've been naming them like, you know, after roads, you know, the 401, the pavement. You know, everything is like freeway,
the
highway, road stuff. Yeah, the roadkill. And so I'm like, yeah, you know, Stranger. And it was like years ago. I'm like, you know what would be cool? Like Stranger Freeway. Would be like the hitchhiker, stranger in a freeway, right? And I think that was done before I did, but I hit this clown. I'm like, you know what? Everyone names clown stuff mainly. So let's just call it the hitchhiker. So it's a pretty cool name. I don't even know if I'm first. I don't know. I reached out to a few people that I know are in the project and would possibly have hit it because they've got those genes and they're like, nope. So if it isn't, I mean, you know, hopefully the person, you know, thinks it's a cool name and takes it on, you know, because it is a cool name, the hitchhiker. But it could be a world's first. I don't know. I haven't seen one, but it's still cool. I know what I want to do with it. So now it's like putting in more work. That's what it is, right?
Yep.
You spend all this time getting something. You know, we're seeing something and hitting it, and then it's like, okay, now I got it. Now I got to do this, and then you put all that extra work in. But it's definitely worth it. My man Ed, all the way from Europe. He's over in the Netherlands. How you doing, sir? It is very late in the day or early in the morning for this gentleman. My man Paul, quick. Just number 4. Not quick enough. Not the top 3 this week, but that's okay. Mr. Caplock's in the house. Let's see. John's in the house. Happy Monday, Billy. Craig in chat. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Boop and Snoot's in the house. How you doing, bro? Big homie, what is going on? Oh, I didn't even see the new little, I guess, what do you call that, avatar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sean and Mike. Oh, Black Lagoon, what's going on?
Hey, man.
Good damn question. I have no idea. So, you tell us. You know what I mean? Do you really come here to you want to listen to what we want to tell you? We want to, you know, we want to be here to answer your questions or your topics. You know, but if I have one, I mean, you know, I never come on to these saying, hey, Craig, this is what we're going over. We have an agenda at 5. Like, this thing's just thrown together as soon as the light comes on.
Billy, we do lots of show prep.
Yeah,
lots of show prep.
Show prep. It's like 3 minutes. Like, hey, Craig, how's your week? Cool. Hey, I got to let you go. Vaccine. See you in a couple seconds. Like, that's how much prep we go in.
Plus the whole staff. You can't forget the whole staff.
Shout out to Yeah. Well, you must be paying them because I ain't. I didn't even know we had staff. Oh shit, we just got real here.
Yeah.
H&H Pythons in the house. North Country off grid. What is going on? Oh, look who's early. Pico Pythons. What's up, Lindsay? How you doing? Sweden in the house. What's up? Good day to you all. Hope your week will be great. Right back at you. I hope everyone's is. Oh, here's Jen. What's up? Misty Hill. I made grilled mushrooms with melted goat's cheese and chopped chilies. It's supper time here. Grilled mushrooms, melted goat cheese, and chopped chilies. See,
That'll work.
it sounds good, but it sounds spicy too. I don't know. I'm not a spicy guy. I'm white. I mean, it's like the hot for me is like a little bit of Frank's Red Hot, and it's like, that's hot for me. Chopped chilies, if that's fresh, because I've even had on pizza that they have these chili flakes.
Yes.
And I guess they're dried, right?
Yeah.
And they
not
just
too
sprinkle a
spicy.
couple on, and some of them are like, oh my God, it's too hot for me. I don't know what chopped chilies would do for me. I'd probably be crying. And I'd be that guy with my tongue under the tap, with it dripping on to cool it off.
Ice cubes.
So sounds good, but I don't know. Enjoy. Belgium in the house. What's up, Kim Balls?
All right.
No work at 5 a.m. today. You got vacay time. Awesome. What's up, Justin? Incredibles. Just Incredibles in the house. Lucky's here. Adrian. If I'm on time, my day must be good. It gets better when I join today's live. Thank you so much. Oh, Flat Mountain in the house. What's up, Anna? 319.
What's up, Chris?
We got Robert in the house. Mitzi, like always. Thank you. H&H says, hope you guys had a good weekend. Vended an Expo Sunday. I actually vended as well. Jeff and I, it was last minute. Jeff and I vended. It was good because, always seeing new people, talked about a few things, sold some animals. But it was a hot day yesterday. We got to it was stupid hot. Even today's sort of hot, but yesterday was ridiculous. I think we got in the high 40s yesterday, which is it's uncalled for. Like it's my AC couldn't even keep up. It was gross.
Oh, it's been warm down here too.
Tyson, what is going on? Sophia, hello.
Hey.
Aaron Vanderpool says day off equals catching this live. Hope everyone's having a great day. Right back at you. I am going to throw this banner away. Say bye-bye. And I'm going to throw up the ticker.
Welcome time is over.
It is over.
Welcome time.
Finito. Yeah, they're not throwing out Spanish or some sort of language out there. Definitely not English. Finito. Or a combination of 4 or 5, whatever it is. You get the gist. Where are we? Kim Balls, ball pythons from Belgium, says the market is so different here in Europe compared within the US and Canada. I have to be very creative in the pairings I make to have visual stunning animals with the right. I think that's everywhere though. Maybe more in the smaller markets. Canada is actually a very small market compared to the US. I would say 80 to 85% of my animals go to the United States. I do sell a few animals here, but the majority is in the United States. But regardless, if you're in a great market or a slower market, and even though all markets are different, I still think you should be creative in your pairings and make stunning visual animals with the right genetics. Regardless, even if I was in the United States myself and I'm like, wow, let me just make some media. No, you should be doing that and pushing yourself. And it's funny. You'll see some videos. I'm sort of giving a little away, but I've had some very bad luck in some, I'm like, this can't be this certain gene because it's a recessive. And I'm like, I'm 1 and 2 to hit this. And I can't hit this. And I'm like 10, 12, 13 eggs in 2 different clutches. Out of 1 and 2, I'm like, this thing can't be what it is. And luckily enough, in the 14s and 15s, I finally hit a couple. So I was like, oh, but 1 and 2, and I'm hitting a visual recessive on the 14th and 15th egg. Wow. Like, and that's two different pairings, visual to het, 1 and 2. And it's pretty crazy because
start to doubt your hets.
You start doubting your hets, you start doing this, and then I hit some incredible animal that it's like, wow, like the odds on this were so far out for me to hit it. It's like, screw the crap. I've been kicked and kicked and kicked. Well, this just elevated me. Those kicks I don't even remember being kicked, but you will remember being kicked on the next couple of clutches because that nice high wave brings you back down to reality.
That's right.
But that's what's great about it.
Keeps you humble.
It does, and I talk about it in the video, like, hey guys, like, you can have the best equipment, you can have all the knowledge, you can do everything right. You got the powerhouse fucking genetics, 1 and 2 and 1 and 4 to hit a double visual. And I'm 15 eggs in and I still haven't 15 or 16. And I still haven't hit the double visual. What's going on? And I'm like, how am I 1 and 2? And, to hit a certain recessive and in 10 eggs, I get 1. Should have had 5. And then, 10 eggs, I get 2 of the other recessive. And thank God they were the last 2 eggs, because I would have, if I did 2 clutches, 5 and 10 eggs, and I didn't hit one of the recessives, which I was supposed to in 1 and 2, like you said earlier, there was definitely doubt in that animal.
Right.
Yeah. So it was to the point when we were filming it, I'm like 7th egg in, and I'm like, you know what? I was just about to say, you know what? Kill this, because this is just horrible, man. Like something's wrong. The animals I have aren't labeled properly, and then sure enough, it's like, boom. But then we talked about it sort of like I'm doing it now. So
yeah,
it's almost like you get a lesson out of it, or you realize that, hey, when yourself, you do this and you get shitty odds, and it's like, man, this is only for me. This sucks. Like, what am I doing wrong? It happens to all of us, and the best of us, and the worst of us, So hopefully it, picks people up, because it's going to happen. It's not the first time it's happened, because everybody likes to talk about, oh my God, I got 9 out of 10 visuals from het to het.
Right.
Woo-hoo!
Right.
We all like to brag about our conkers.
That's Instagram ready right there.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, man, I'm really getting into my groove and getting some stuff. So, I'm happy. It's definitely worth the wait. Wait till you see. I shared it with the Patreon members. A couple people have seen it live. It's awesome. I'm excited. And I'll be posting that to general Instagram once it sheds. But I'm happy, and it's like, it's still surreal. Like, it really is,
Yeah.
And I'm happy, and I love seeing other people like, congratulations, good for you, you deserve it. I mean, it's amazing. Where before, 15 years ago, like, you asshole, no, it's not, you're lying, that's photoshopped, or it'd be something. It was always like nobody would, congratulate you on anything, But times have changed, people. It's showtime. Hope you both are having a dandy day. I haven't seen that word in a long time. Dandy.
Jim Dandy.
Yeah, dandy. Dandy day, baby. Same to the chat, and same to both you and Kurt. Massey Morphworks in the house. Hey, Gigi, what's going on? How you doing? Chris and Donna in the house. Oh, I'm assuming it's Chris or Donna or the combo. But it's definitely somebody.
Got 3 options.
Yeah, unless, Gigi Serpent's account has been hacked. But I'm pretty sure it hasn't, because the last thing someone would do if you hack an account is come on here and be in the chat. Man, I know we're special, but man, we ain't that special. Jeremy, what's going on? What's up, everybody? Ryan South Bay's in the house. How you doing? Mr. Jeff, what is going on?
How's it going, Jeff?
First visual locks.
Right on.
Let's do this. Raven, day off equals catching this one live. Hope you're having a great day also. Noah's in the house. What's up? Dickie Foster in the house. Evan says, hey, everybody. Oh, so hey, everyone in the chat, Billy and Craig. Country Lane's in the house. Let's see. We got cuddle time. Melinda, hey, how you doing? Melinda, super sticker from Dickie. Thank you.
Super sticker.
Yeah, it's a you know, we gotta have some sound effects. Melinda says, just letting everyone know I'm still kicking it and I'm still here, just saying hello before it gets too busy tonight. Always grinding. This woman never stops. And don't stop.
Yep.
Hitchhiker, perfect name. Thank you so much. So
Hey, North Country Off Grid, by the way, today they had a new calf. One of their cows calved today.
no way.
Yep.
Oh, congrats. That's so cool.
Yep. Very cool. Posted a video about it.
That is awesome. Oh, who you repping tonight?
Oh, just some loser.
Oh, that guy. I
Yeah.
mean, that guy, you know, he's got a hell of a face for radio.
That's what I'm saying.
Got the Canova hat,
Yep.
doing all this, rocking a new mic.
Yep. We're testing out a new mic tonight. Let me know how it sounds in the chat, guys. This is for the Patreon. I'm testing out the Shure MV7 Plus. Normally I have a Rode Procaster and some studio equipment. This is just the MV Plus going straight into the computer.
Cool. Oh, it goes right into the computer. It doesn't go through a processor or a unit or anything.
It's got a USB interface built in.
Cool.
So the headphones
so everything's,
plug in the bottom.
everything, I guess, the electronics and all that stuff's in the mic.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's also a regular mic output if you want to use that, but they haven't really shielded it appropriately, as you can hear.
Yeah, that's static.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But it's.
I'm glad you did that and didn't go.
Yeah.
Start shaking.
I should have.
We just witnessed. Hey, sure. We just witnessed Craig being electrocuted live on a live stream. That's hilarious. So, you know, Canova hat kicking.
Yep.
So it's hot in here. So I'm wearing a tank top, but not only the tank top that I'm wearing, most of the time I get the, tank tops or shirts or merch or anything like that mailed to me. Well, this came from the Philippines, but it didn't get mailed to me. Matt from Eternal Morphs. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Came and hand delivered it because he's here with his family from the Philippines. And they were here today. And the family for maybe 2-3 hours, but we did egg cutting. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Saw some of his animals that he has here that I'm shipping over, and saw the facility in real life compared to just when I'm doing a Zoom with them or through YouTube or anything else. And he even got this customized for me.
Awesome.
My favorite number, my birth date, the 17th. And MC Big Boss. So pretty cool. I'm excited. Yeah. So he's actually coming back tomorrow by himself. So we're going to hang out, do lunch. I'm going to take him to Chicken Cartel. That's
Cool.
one place that you haven't been yet.
Cool.
You got the A&W.
I got the AMW in the evening, and they wouldn't sell you.
Remember that?
They wouldn't give you frosted mugs in the evening.
And I'm like, what the hell? That's why I come here. And it's like, wow. And there wasn't they wouldn't give me the Cajun spice to put on my fries. They had to do it. Like what do you think? I'm gonna steal your Cajun spice in bulk? Like, yeah. Remember that? Like, it's just crazy. I mean, little things like that make that experience next level and unforgettable. It's like, what do you remember me? I must get mad. Like, what do you mean I can't get mugs? So what? You're open, right? Like, they're right there. I can see them.
There's a freezer full of them.
There's a freezer full of them. And I'm like, what do you mean I can't have it? Oh, we don't do that after 8. I'm like, why? It's fucking right there. It's not like there's, it's the stupidest shit. Yeah. I'm glad you remembered that,
No, that's okay. A waxy paper mug will be just fine.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah. So, but yeah, so Matt's coming back tomorrow and we're going to hang out for the day and stuff. So I'm excited. That's awesome. And yeah, I got to meet his wife, his son, which I always see. We see him all the time. And you know, when I do Zoom calls and other things, and he posts a lot about his family and stuff like that. And I got to meet his cousin as well. He came down. It was pretty cool. So Mr. ERS Reptiles, Eric is in the house. What's going on?
How's it going, Eric?
Love that Monsoon, baby. It is awesome. So that is in the Patreon. I've shared it with a few people, you know, over text. And a few people have seen it, like Matt Quinn, as well as Matt Miller, Eternal. They saw it in person. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I can't wait for it to shed. Once it sheds, I will post up on the Instagram and social media like Facebook. But it looks like I hit. I'm pretty sure. I actually had Justin from Canova. I messaged him earlier and he congratulated me. And he, you know, it's hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure I hit it. But I hit a leopard, probable special, leopard special freeway Monsoon. It's 50% het pied, and it has two little small ringers, but that could also be the Monsoon, you know, because I've seen some of it do that, but pretty confident. I mean, I'm hoping, and it's a male. So
awesome.
You know, leopard special freeway Monsoon, het pied male. Yeah, that just made my season. So
that's awesome.
I'm happy. And, you know, it's one of those things where I had no idea what it's going to look like. I'm not disappointed, but I'm not like blown away either. Monsoon. And that's when you're working with stuff like Monsoon, Champagne, we always get our hopes up thinking, oh, this is going to change. But sometimes it doesn't. But now I have a animal that I know what it is and what I can do with it. And now I can create and try to see how I can change it and do more things with it.
Yep.
But it's just cool knowing that the only thing now I need to get in there is Scrambler. And then it's like, wow, freeway, Monsoon, and Scrambler in one combo. Yeah, I've done it. You know, take me away. I'm done. Like I've done
That's
it.
Great.
I've said it, but that's something I'm going to be shooting towards down the road. But it is awesome. Yeah, Ed, it's okay. It's not really a secret. I don't really keep secrets. You know, when I saw it, I wanted to shed out first. But, you know, I'm so excited. I want to share it with my Patreon fam for sure. You know, that's one thing is, you know, Jeff's not here today. He's actually with Austin and that. They're going to look at some properties for, you know, his place and facility. So I was here alone this morning. I'm so excited. Like, you know, back in the day, I used to jump up and high five my racks. I ain't doing that anymore. I got awesome people and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm going to put it up and just, you know, share my happiness and my creation. And, you know, it was awesome. And, you know, can't wait to see it shed. And I want to see how it ages too. So, oh, more Forge. What's up, guys?
Hey.
What is going on? Solar Zano's in the house. Who else? Hopefully we have some questions and topics. Evening guys from, not Denmark? No.
Yeah.
It is?
Norway?
Norway? Yeah, it might be Norway.
I get confused.
Yeah.
I'm half Norwegian, half Danish, and I'm not sure what either flag looks like.
You know what? I think let's go with Norway. We'll hope we're right. Boyd Russ, how you doing, man?
How's it going, Raphael?
How you doing? Casey's in the house. What's going on?
Scotland.
Seraphim
says Scotland.
Okay. See? You know what? You know what used to be really good? There used to be a game with the flags. I forget what it was called. And you'd flip them up and you'd have to sort of match them. It was like a big board, and they had like, you'd have to flip one over and flip another. Nope. And the next person's turn. And if you got it right, you do it again. And you have to remember, Canada was there because I remember that was their last time. And you'd have to remember. And whoever got the most thing at the end won. I used to be great at it because I used to remember all the flags. But no, not no more, obviously. Better start paying for some board games again. Phil, Pythonosaur, dude, the last 2 Instagram posts, was that the same clutch or 2 different bangers? No, 2 different. So, hold on. No, yeah, no, it's 2 different ones. So, in the first one I posted, that is a freeway Het Monsoon. And so many people, I wouldn't say so many, but there are a lot of people saying, oh, you can't tell Het Monsoon. Okay. I'm going to, when I have time, I don't know if I can, but if I can in the next week, I want to, if Austin's free as well, I would like to do like, hey, here's a leopard Het Monsoon. All you blind people, can you see which one's which? Yes. Okay. And then here's this and here's that. I would say 70 or 80% of the combos that are out there, if it has Het Monsoon, you can tell. There are a lot of markers. They're very consistent. They do change with certain things, but we can pick them out. They're there. A lot of people said, they're not there. They're like, almost like when you look at it, the picture slaps you in the face. Like it's there. So, that's my belief. I've been pulling them out. I've been pulling out weird stuff since 2011. So I've got 14 years experience breeding stuff that I didn't even know was Het Monsoon, but I'm pulling out stuff because it looked different than here's a Mojave. Wow, this Mojave is really crazy. Look at the pattern. I'm going to hold it back and sell off. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. I've been doing it for 14 years. Okay.
Mike replied saying, yes, Billy, I can look at it. Just let me know.
Mike said which?
Mike Duvall, who does happen to be blind.
There you go. Oh my God, Mike, you're awesome. So it's something where you're gonna believe what you believe. And even myself, I'm like, is it Het Monsoon? Is it this? Is this? We've hit a few. Austin's hit a few. Other people that bought animals and I've said, hey, it's gonna prove out. They've hit. I had, I sold some stuff to a guy in Quebec Reptiles, my man, Eric. I sold them 2. And I'm like, dude, they'll prove out. Both of them. I'm like, look at the markers. He's like, yeah, I see what you're seeing. I'm like, yeah, sure enough. Hit a monsoon with one, hit 2 monsoons in another. Call me crazy. How did I know? Fucking markers. So that one markers,
there. In fact, there's people who believe it's a codon because of that.
Yeah. That
you have people that believe there's no het markers, and then you believe people that think they're so strong that they're practically codon.
Correct. So, I know where I stand. I don't really care,
1 copy, 2 copies.
Yeah. So it's something where I've produced hundreds. I don't know if I've produced thousands, but hundreds and hundreds, maybe 400, 500, 600 freeway combos in my time. I've been producing freeways since 2010, 2011, 14 years. And back in the day, that was my main thing. Freeways. I've made so many freeways. I think I have 50, 60 freeway world's firsts. I stopped counting. That's how many I've made. And I have never seen one with the influence that these ones have. That's why I posted, hey guys, look at this. The thin eye stripe that's long, the head pattern, it's there. I showed one that was still in the egg. The other one that's out is a special freeway Het Monsoon. Markers are even crazier, but I got to do baby steps, right? Can't show everything at once. But so I hit 2 freeway Het Monsoons. One's a special freeway Het Monsoon. One's just the regular freeway. And then I hit what we believe, because I reached out to Austin and Justin and a few other people, and they're like, yeah, dude, that has to be. And I'm pretty damn sure leopard special freeway monsoon. And I'm pretty sure it's going to prove out Het Pied. I'm getting that tested for sure. And I'm also going to run to see if it's Het special as well. Test for the special. And And if it comes back not special, I'm not going to be really upset about it because I got a lot of special and Mojave and other stuff in my Monsoon stuff, my double het stuff. So it would be great. But if it's there, then, you know, I know, I just know how to work it and what to do with it, but I'm really excited. And then the other one you saw was, and I also believe I hit a pastel version of the hitchhiker. So pastel, stranger, freeway clown, not 100%. It's, you know, but when you make so much like pastel stranger clown, pastel leopard stranger clown, leopard stranger clown, pastel leopard yellow belly stranger clown, even you see it and you got this other thing, it's like, well, it's not this, it's not that, it's not this, it's not, it sort of has to be. You got to do like trial, you know, by elimination. And
in the context of the other clutch mates.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay, oops, I made a mistake. I thought it was, right? But I mean, it's not like, you know, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty damn sure. And
Monsoon's so strong too. Probably makes it more complex.
And that's why I reached out to people that, you know, because they're like, well, it's not this, it's not that, it's not that. There's no other thing in it, right? It has to sort of be that. And it sort of looks it. So that's what it is for now. Hopefully I'm not wrong, but if I am, it wouldn't be the first or the last, you know. Noah, I'm new on here. Well, welcome. Any questions and topics we put in the chat. We have an awesome chat every week. We do this for about an hour and a half, you know, 8:30. And we just hang out. Frank, how you doing? Hope everyone's having a great season so far. Yeah, it is going well. You know what's crazy? In 2 days.
Oh, no.
I get my building.
That's crazy. That was fast.
2 days I get my building. On Friday, I went and did all the wire transfers. All the money's deposited in trust with the lawyer. Building is paid for. I had to get the insurance over, you know, all the paperwork, all the paperwork, all done, all signed, everything's done. So in 48 hours or less, I have the keys. Thursday, myself and my buddy Matt, we're going to go up there, bring Cleo, hang out, start doing some stuff, opening up some of the walls. I've got the window and the patio and the door guy, patio doors and the doors installer coming and looking at it because the windows should be ready in about 4 weeks. Get those installed. I've got the cable guys coming tomorrow on Thursday. I've got, and then guess what? A week today, next Monday, they're doing the epoxy flooring. So here we go, baby. That's
awesome.
Yeah. And then, you know,
got to do that fast. Got to do that early.
Yeah. That gets done. Here's the timeline. That gets done next Monday, a week today. You know what happens in 2 weeks today? We're moving everything.
Oh, that's right. You have the end of the month to vacate.
Well, I actually have till September the 15th, but my landlord really wants the building back, right? Yeah. So he's like, hey, you can break the lease. So I'm like, well, hell, if I can save myself, you know, almost 20 grand by moving out 2 months early.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Sure.
So in 2 weeks today, like at this time, so 2 weeks this Monday, I might not be able to be on here. I'll let you know because we are loading up here. Then we got a 2.5 hour drive, maybe 3 hour drive, and then unload. And then we got to come back. So it might be a very busy day. So next Monday, not next Monday, the Monday after just might be sorry guys. But yeah, that whole week, we got to move all the animals, everything out, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Great.
And I'll let you know, is it fun to move in a week, or is it better to do it gradually over months? Don't know. I've done them both. Well, I've done the other way. I did both, like gradual. This one here might be chaotic, but it might be, I don't know. We'll see. Chris Dunn from CD Royals, Scotland. We're sticking to Scotland?
Yep.
Okay. Who else we got kicking? Oh, yeah. Evening guys from Scotland. So it is.
Awesome.
So we're way off. Who else is in here? Who else is in here?
You can see Norway from parts of Scotland.
Nicholas. Howdy. New to MC Patreon? Yes. Haven't had time to check it out yet. Come on, bro. How or where do I find 123 breeder videos? I downloaded the Patreon app. Good question. Yeah, maybe I should get in there, start navigating a bit better. But the best things I can do, the best thing that I suggest for you to do is if you go in there, you're going to see something called collections. If you click on collection, it breaks down, everything like, in under the collection title. So you're going to go to something called MC Academy. And under MC Academy, there's a bunch of learning videos. Go down and find the one. The ones I really recommend is how to get into recessives on a budget. And the next one where there's two, there's a before and then later down the road. It's almost like an add-on to the original is how to get into breeding plans properly. Breeding program. How to, man. Thanks for the help here, Craig.
I don't remember it either.
Yeah, it's how to get into breeding plan to set up a breeding plan properly, right? And I'm pretty sure that's it. There's 1 and 2, but go look at that. I also suggest I have a it's called Down to Business. It's just 30-minute audio where Austin and I have a certain topic and we talk about it for 30 days. Give our opinions, and people really like that when they drive. I think I got 30 or 40 episodes, but worst case scenario, if you need some help, hopefully you're already there. I'm pretty sure you were added. Ask in the chat group. The chat group on Instagram, everyone's helpful, everyone's friendly, and it's awesome. It's like family. It really is. So, if you haven't been welcomed yet, go in and say hi. Believe me, you will be. What's up, Jason? How you doing, Jason? My man? Mr. Richie's recessive. What's going on, Chad? Oh, James B in the house again. How you doing, James? Man? All city. Tire God's in the house.
Excellent.
Blade and Axe Reptiles. What is up,
Jimbo?
Oh, look at this. What? Just hit an Enchi Ultra Clown Pied? I'm in love. Oh, my God.
Be amazing.
From what I thought was an Enchi double het Ultra Clown. Whoa.
So Pied was in there.
Oh, my God.
Both were het Pied. That's crazy.
So you have Enchi triple het bred into it. But in order to hit whoa, I have to see this thing, man. I hope you did. Ultra Milk Clown Pied with Enchi from that parent. Like, wow. I thought my horseshoes were heavy sometimes. Man, you got to post that up on Instagram.
That's incredible.
Wow. That's like one of my dream snakes. Congrats. Wow. Jason.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
100% it is. So,
Jason, how many eggs does a super dwarf have?
Oh, they can have touches like 20, 25, 20, depending, right? They're not as big as the actual, mainlands, But what's up, John? Noah says he's new at ball python breeding.
Well, you're doing the right thing. You're on YouTube, and there's tons of great videos to watch on YouTube.
I still have some. I'm just trying to work. I have a bunch of like pastel Enchi, double het, hypo, rainbow females. I've got a pastel Enchi, hypo, rainbow male still. He's got a little bit of size. He was from 2024, I believe. I think I have him up on Morph Market. I don't even know. But most of my rainbow stuff, I did a deal and Austin has it all. So I believe there's some stuff that we worked together, and then I sold some of it off and traded for some other stuff. So I don't really have much of it, but I have a little of it. But Justin says, I'll never forget my 3rd year of breeding, 2010. My first 2 clutches of the season, cinnamon to normal, 5 eggs. Oh my God. Hatch 2.3. Very next clutch, pin to normal. Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Crazy. Isn't it crazy how this works?
Yep.
Just because you have everything, you hit, I mean, it's, yeah. So
it's only predictable in bulk. It's not predictable, micro. It's only predictable macro.
Oh, this guy, how you doing, man? Long time. We spoke on Insta the other day. Billy, I just want to say thank you for helping me ID that clutch in the eggs. DG Pied, the impossible hit. Happy you still have the same phone number. Oh, yeah, I was on my phone. Oh, yeah, that's it. You text messaged me. Yeah, appreciate that. But yeah, it was definitely noticeable, the one. And it's funny because we talked about this a little earlier. You think you hit stuff and it's like, and I just did a clutch now with Scrambler, 11 eggs. And there's like 6, 7, 8 different genes in it. And I'm like, I got so lost. But you know what's crazy? The stuff that I'm seeing, I was like, what is this? We were all like, even like, we're all looking at each other with the camera at like, what the hell? Like, we're hitting stuff that we didn't even expect. It's like, wow, is that how this works together? So you'll see in the video, probably be out in about, because I've done the first cutting. I got to wait for them to shed and then do the other video. So maybe 2-3 weeks, but it's, I think this is it. I'm pretty sure this is Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, Calico, Fire Scrambler, because I want that. That's what I really want. And when you're looking in, it's like, I of course.
It's easy to project what you want.
100%. But when you did, I'm like, is that really yeah, it is. I mean, it sure fucking looked like it in the egg. And then when it comes out, and I even said, I'm like, you know what? I'm so I'm so lost that I think this is this, and there's so many genes at play, especially when you're working with like Yellow Belly, Fire, OD, Scrambler, Pastel,
Calico,
Calico, and Pastel, and with cinnamon. So it all mixes, and like, holy moly, and Enchi. So it's like, I'm pretty sure, but you never know until it's out, because we just see this little tiny glimpse. You need to see the head, you need to see the back. We're just looking at, maybe a 1/6 of the snake, and it's folded over. You see a 1/6 here and a 1/6 there.
You're always saying it has 6 genes, and you can only see it through the slime a little bit.
So, but yeah, congratulations, man. It's awesome.
I've got an Enchi Firefly Scrambler that I really like from Mark.
So we got for your mic? Sounds great.
Oh yeah.
No, about your mic.
Yeah.
So you got an Enchi Firefly Scrambler, what? Pied or clown? No.
Just Enchi Firefly Scrambler. Yeah,
they're amazing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Isn't that the one you pulled out on the didn't you pull that out on a live or something we did?
I don't know if I pulled that one out, but I might have.
I know you got so many.
I don't know that I've shown it.
I think you did. Oh, no, I think you showed the one from the Black Pastel Orange Dream of the Barnhart Pastel.
Yeah.
I think you showed that one.
Yeah.
Look at you stockpiling them all. Woo! But yeah, you know what? I'm really, really, really liking it.
Yeah.
So I'm really. Let's see who else we got. Will's hella heat. What's going on? Finally, someone gets Billy prefers sleeveless than regular tees. Well, I prefer sleeveless right now because of the weather. It is roasting, But what is going on? James Perry in the house. What is up?
Mm-hmm.
What is up? the Pie Man. Oh no.
Yeah, his mom just passed.
Oh man, so sorry to hear. I just saw the mom's burial. Beautiful service.
Yeah.
Mom was generously personified. Touched a lot of people. Great to hear. Sorry, my man. I just read that. I'm like, So I'm glad it was a beautiful service. Hope the weather was great and everything was perfect. And all my condolences, my man.
Mm-hmm. She lived a long life. She was in her 90s. He took care of her. He took care of her for many years.
Yeah, I know.
And
I knew
so-
that part. So wow, man.
Huge loss.
Sorry, my man, Dwight, but Adam here says, this is my first year actually breeding. Lesser times pastel lesser. Laid 8 eggs. 2 were slugs. 4 weeks to go in the incubator before I officially have my first clutch in the books. So 4 weeks. So remember, if it's 4 weeks to go, around 3 weeks from now, you want to burp the tub. Okay. And if you're using a gasket sealed box or tub or an airtight box, or if you're using press and seal, once those animals pip or come out or you decide to cut, whatever you do, make sure that you either take that press and seal away, and you want to open up those tubs or the tub in your case every single day. I like to do it morning and night to exchange the oxygen, because if you don't and there's no holes, I don't have holes, I like mine nice and solid, they will die without oxygen. So you just want to make and it's not hard to forget, because it's like, I want to see if the babies are out of the egg. Open the tub. I want to see if this one baby's out. Oh, one of them's out. I'm going back there more than 2 times a day.
Yeah, you should have a few all white snakes from that pairing. Some super lessers.
Yeah, bells. Hell, the freeway Monsoon combo. I've probably been in that tub 9 times already today, and that day's not even over. Oh my God. Mark, how you doing, bro? Just got cleared to go back to work. Awesome. Hope all is well. Dream Exotics. Hey, everyone. Has anyone seen negative effects of unusual weather? This winter, we had temperature swings from 20 to -2 the next. All females stopped developing, several reabsorbed. So I have swings up here. We got cold and hot and stuff. I can't really answer because I haven't really. All I know is almost 90% of the animals I breed, they lay. And I don't breed over a season. I breed all year long. There's about 20 or 25 females that I should be breeding. I'm not breeding because I'm moving, in 2-3 weeks. So there's no sense starting it. Now there are a few females that should be laying soon. And there's some that I've got 2 or 3 locks in from 3 weeks ago. If they go, they go. But I could be delivering them when we move, and we could open them up the next day and they could be laying. They could be laying during the move. I'm not sure, but I've got to take that chance. But I don't know. I have animals reabsorb even in perfect conditions. So do you have an ultrasound so you know exactly? And did you get your 2nd and 3rd lock in? And are you breeding every month? So it could be the way you breed. There could be a number of things. But I do know that storms and stuff like that usually trigger pressure systems, which helps get them in a mood. Or you know anything about this on your end, or heard anything like this?
I struggle with keeping the ambient temperatures in the room constant, because in the summer it's super hot, and in the winter we have no humidity, and So I struggle to keep the ambience. I can't say that I've ever seen females stop developing or reabsorbing because of it. I just fight the temperature difference to keep the ambient as stable as I can.
I actually think it was called Match Game, or because one of the games I used to love chess, but Connect Four, backgammon. I mean, don't forget, when I was younger, you didn't have a lot of shit, you know? It's like,
We had
oh my
rocks.
God. Yeah, we had rocks and marbles. You know, we'd play with baseball cards and hockey cards. And yeah, remember jacks? You know, Jesus. Like, what the hell are these guys talking about? Man, yeah.
Jacks.
Fastest I've seen a female go. So I ultrasound every month. So if I have a female that's like 3 or 4 mil, I don't even bother doing anything. And then usually if I go a month later, she might be at 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. Usually when I see, they usually grow, you know, they go up, 10 millimeters every 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks, depending. I find that after 30, 31, 32, like after the 30, they go whoof, really fast to 40. And then they could be, a week to 10 days. I see them go from there to ovulation. Right. But I'm not really sure on that. But if you have a female at 20 mil, start pairing her right away. And then I would say in 2 or 3 weeks, pair her again to get her before the 29 mark. Yep. And then that's it. Level up. What is up?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Just came across a black pastel confusion pin. Yeah. Poor man Monsoon. I've had a few people reach out and say, hey, is this it? Black pastel, het red xanthic, stuff like that. I've made some poor man. I actually have some lemon blast, so pastel pinstripe specials that are het monsoons that fucking almost look monsoon, right? I got one that isn't my het monsoon and one that is. Huge different. Like, I'm like, oh my God, is this a monsoon? And I'm really looking and I'm excited, but I'm like, no, but it compared to the other one, he would swear it is. But yeah, there's a few combos out there that look very, very monsoonish.
Granity.
So let's see. I'm just trying to Shipwreck Joe. Shipwreck Morphs. Dude, I forgot. Jesus. Shipwreck Morphs. Joe. There you go. There we go. Fix that one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know if I'm vending, but I will definitely be there representing and showing my support. So I don't know the date. It's always September. It's usually the second week of September. I'd have to look. I've been so busy trying to figure out this move, and like anyone knows, like there's people messaging me. I haven't messaged, like I'm catching up like 5 days, a week later. And that gets so like, if I go back like over a week, I got like 40, 50 messages and I'm like, holy shit. So I'm like, they should message me back. So they'll go back to the top, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. So Joe from Puerto Rico, 422 pythons. Pulled my very first clutch last night. 6 eggs.
Right.
Pairing was pastel, leopard, coral glow, stranger, het clown to an Enchi hypo clown het DG. Wow. So you're going to hit 1 and 2 are going to be clown, 100% hypo, 50% DG. And when you miss, you're going to have double het hypo clown, 50% DGs. And you're going to have Enchi, pastel, leopard, coral glow, and stranger in the mix for combos. Pretty cool,
great.
man. It's a
Yeah,
pretty
that's
damn
great.
good clutch.
Great
Congrats.
pairing.
SFC.
Hey,
Now
man.
that is great odds. Surprise. Oh, we got Miss. What's NCOG, guy? North Country Off Grid, baby. That was
Congrats
like
on the
3
new
weeks ago or
calf.
2 weeks ago. We're like, what the hell is NCOG? And we're trying to guess North Carolina original gang. Like, remember the shit?
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out what the fuck it was. Ah, it's right there, right there. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Speaking of rainbows, Billy, do you know hets tend to be super orange for what the combo should be? I don't, you know what? It could be. I haven't really looked. But it very well could be. I know with like in het enhancer stuff, it's got a very strong head influence in coloration. So it's this. Tire God says, I totally agree about the YouTube vids, Craig. I've been studying for over a year, and I'm finally on the home stretch for my first couple clutches to hit.
That's great, Jamie.
Awesome. Yeah, there's so much knowledge on the internet. There's some good stuff and there's some bad stuff. Watch a lot of it and compare and find out what makes sense and see what's sort of the norm. Other people push boundaries. Other people stay far back. You just got to find that sweet spot that works for you. The way I do, it works well for me. But you've seen over the many, many years, I make changes here. I tried it. The last thing the latest thing I've done, which I've been talking about, is the substrateless water only incubation method.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And I've been showing it in the videos. This is what I do. And I'm not going back. I like it that well. But I did it. I tried it. I didn't listen to somebody say, oh, this is a better way. Oh, don't leave the other way. This way is the best. Well, let me figure that out for myself. Because if I didn't, I'd still be doing the same way that I've been doing it for 20 years. And nothing was wrong with the way I was doing it for 20 fucking years. I just wanted to change. I like to push the boundaries and try different things. And you should too, right? So
it's, to people just starting out, there's a lot of stuff that's basic stuff that everybody will say is the same, and focus on that stuff. And then before you start really buying a lot of animals, learn the morphs and get familiar with, a bunch of morphs and go to a lot of shows, look at a lot of Instagram pictures, because once these things live for 20 years. Once you buy a bunch of these animals, and then you learn the morphs, you might find you bought the wrong animals.
Yep.
So spend some time investing up
and
front.
you should always spend time. There's stuff I'm still learning. We're still figuring out. People ask questions here, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know. It hasn't really happened to me. I'm not going to sit there and go, 0 to 20, the fastest I've seen is 16 days. I'm not going to just spit something out to try to seem I'm intelligent, like I know every answer. There's a lot of shit I don't know. You know what I mean? But I just let you know with my experience, I've got a lot of it. I wish back in the day, I had something like Husbandry.PRO, because I would have documented a lot of stuff where it'd be like, let me go look back at the last 7 years. Oh shit, there is a trend. Oh, there is a certain date. I'm starting to do that now. The only thing is I haven't had time to go surface through the last few years and come up with a formulation, but I'm continuing to gather data. What's up, Texas Made? Corey's in the house. What's up? Oh, David, how you doing, man? Join Reptiles.
Hey, David.
So this is Will to Jamie. Says, I spent 3 years studying and watching Billy and Austin's egg cutting videos. And when it came time to cut my own, I couldn't ID anything, even a simple combo. Laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
And
it's funny, because I've been doing this for a while and I think I'm pretty good. When you watch me cut the, which I believe is a super orange dream, Enchi, Calico, Fire, Scrambler, possible yellow belly, to a pastel cinnamon pewter clown. So everything's het clown. I know that because it's a visual. And then having all these other genes, I'm in there like, I think this is this. Well, no, that could be this. And I'm like, I just like, hey guys, I'm going to wait for all the shit to come out of the egg. I ain't really going to even guess anymore because yeah, it happens. And it's funny because reaching out to talking with Justin earlier today and a few other people, he's like, I'm pretty sure that's it. Like, and I say, yeah, the stuff's getting so hard right now. We have nothing to compare it to. It's not like, oh, I can compare it to this. Oh, it's the same thing. And a lot of the stuff that we're making, it's new, or we don't realize like some genes are influencing and it changes things. Like we have this idea, oh, if I put this to this, it's going to be brighter. Why is it oranger, not brighter? It has different effects of what we thought. And when it's getting harder and harder for us to just look at something and say, this is what it is, it's getting more difficult, and pattern could be this, could be that, possible. And that's where gene testing and shed testing, comes into play to help us get past that barrier. But, how do you know it's this? And I'm like, well, I've made this, I've made this, I've made that, I've made that, and I've made this. The only thing it could possibly be, because it doesn't look like any of these, this is the only one it could be. That's how I came up with it. I could be wrong, but, is this a stranger freeway clown? I think it is. I reached out to Austin, Justin. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's it. And you know why? Because I've made pastel. I've made super pastel. I've made pastel leopard. And this is stranger. So pastel stranger, super pastel stranger, pastel leopard stranger, yellow belly pastel leopard stranger. That's the male that I'm using to breed. It looks nothing like them. So guess what the only other thing is? Stranger fucking freeway. It's the only combo that makes sense. Could I be wrong? Hell yeah. But it's an educated guess, and some of the top pros in the world and amazing people at IDing look at it and say, yeah, that's it, man. And we're only going over what we've seen from other combos. I could be wrong. It could be, oh, no, it's just this. Well, I'd be perplexed, but, we are not 100%, but we try. But it is getting more difficult, that's for sure. So what's this? About the crazy odds. I have a female I call the super normal. 5 clutches, 54 eggs, all normal, all but one female. What did you do to somebody? This past year, I paired her with 4 males just for fun, 9 eggs. Hopefully we get something. 54 eggs, normal, but 1 female. So the 1 female is definitely not a partho because it's a normal female. 1 out of 54. So 53 normals, 1 non-normal. That is insane. That is someone getting back to you for something you must have done in the past. Like, wow. So hopefully one of these 4 males or all of these 4 males do the and do the deed. And, you get at least 8 out of 9 eggs that are not normal. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Some of the clutches could be partho.
Yeah, that's true. So it could be, but you'd have to see if they're males, then they're definitely not. So that's one thing. I look at something like, holy shit, there's no way I hit this. It has to be a partho. Hemi pins, because I'm trying to hit some stuff and it's like, oh my God. So I'm gonna sneeze. This guy used me.
Your background looks like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh, here? Yeah, that's
looks like it's made out of marshmallows.
Could be. Yeah, it's my 3D wall. I'm going to miss all this stuff. I have to figure out a new way to do it. Shipwrecked says, how often do you put a male with the female when you do? Once a month only. So I have an ultrasound and I only pair once a month. if you don't have an ultrasound, you still pair once a month. You just don't know when to pair, when to start, and when to stop. I do. That's the power of the ultrasound, unless you're very good at palpating. So if you do not know the female's cycle, or you don't know when she's building or any of that, you breed them, you put the male in once a month, 3 days in. That's what I do, sometimes 4. And then you take them out a month later, you put them back into the same female. If you're running 4 females with 1 male, 1 week, 3 days in, 4 days out, week 2, 3 days in, 4 days out, week 3, 3 days in, 4 days out, week 4, 4 days in, 4 days out. What do you do on week 5? Go back to number 1 and start 1, 2, 3, 4. You do that, guess what? That's, but that's more of a breeder that is breeding females that with an ultrasound or no. I wouldn't just be breeding 4 females, randomly once a month if you don't know they're building follicles, because you could be pairing now, wasting sperm, and that female is not even going to start, building follicles for 5 or 6 months from now.
How long do you let a male rest, Billy, between pairings?
4 days. Now it depends on the male. I've actually, had a male that would go in, get a lock right away. Okay. I would take him out and I put him into the second female 2 days later or the next day. Like I put him in, they'd lock. The next day, take him out, put him in with another female. They'd lock. And then day 4 or 5, I'd pull them back out. But I would do that once a month. So say I was doing 4 females, and this is knowing the females are building, or especially if a female is like at 27 right now, and and she's supposed to be the following week or 2 weeks later. I don't want to wait 2 weeks because she's going to be over 30. I'll take that animal in and put it in with her as well. So I keep the original male on his monthly, and I get one last lock for there, and then she's gone. So I've adjusted. I wouldn't recommend that to first-year breeders. All the males that I do that with are like multiple breeders. They're proven breeder
not
males.
Not young, not first time.
They're eating. They're producing sperm. And I don't even know if that's really successful. Because if I put the male in and he has the sperm with the one, and 2 days later I put him with another, is he producing sperm that's going in, or did he waste it? But I do it anyways. Just because if not, I'm going to lose that. It's going to be over 30 and I don't pair. So did the first 2 and that last lock was insequential? It didn't work. Or did it work? Not sure. I don't have that data, but that's what I do. Right. But if you don't have an ultrasound, or you don't know when they're building, I like to get 2 minimum, at least 3 locks between 11, 12 millimeters and 29, 30, bam, 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 and then let them go. So, oh, cool. I'll take a peek of that. That's awesome. I will definitely take a peek when we're done. Oh, look who it is.
Hey.
Heart of the Python.
Just on the phone with them the other night. I had a great talk.
It's pretty cool the way they do the logo, eh? Snake heart.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. And you know what I like about it the most? Having OCD. It's perfect. It's just,
symmetrical.
It would have been where the head's to the side. I'd be like, what? So nice to see you guys. Hello, hello. Tags Python. What's up? How you doing? Okay, good. Ultrasounding every 2 weeks. All were 15 to 25. The season was going well, and then follicle growth stopped 50% reabsorbed, and the others were on pause for 2 months. Started growing again. So that's high numbers. Like I always have a few, and it's always the ones like, oh my God, here we go. Like, oh shit. And you got to wait for them to start building again. But that is odd.
How stable were your ambience? Was the room pretty much the same temperature?
Well, they were saying the temp, like it was very fluctuations, but
that was outside. It certainly didn't get down to 32 degrees Fahrenheit inside.
Inside, yeah. I mean, I don't know how to answer this, but it does seem really odd that that's a lot. When you get 10 or 20%, it's like, you can chalk it up to some shit. But when half, that seems like a lot. Don't know, man.
Crazy.
It is. H&B in the house. What's up? How you doing, man?
Hey, Randall.
Lindworm. Fuck. Yeah, but many people benefited from my misiding
Me
in
too.
a hell of a good way. Yeah. So, oh my God. Oh shit. Look at you. What's up, Brando? Creative skills in the house. Oh, this guy. How you doing, Matt? Nice shirt, Billy. Oh, we're caught up. Look at this. Cool. Oops. Males do that. So here's the question. So Big in 1018 says, ever seen a male ball python coil belly up like a female ovulating after a meal? He's definitely a male, only 400 grams. Never seen him do this. Just curious. And then here, David says males do that, feeling uncomfortable with gases or getting ready to pass, cooling down, or even just comfortably chilling. They will do that. Depending, it could be one of these or all of these or everything. Yeah. So don't worry. You don't have to freak out. But if it's always doing that all the time, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the ambient is always 26. It's my 10th season. Second season like this. Both years the season went bad after the crazy weather. So you see how you have data, like, 10th year. So it's not like they're new. Have an ultrasound. Yeah, fucking weird. So if you think about it, second season like this, both years went bad. It would have to be the weather. It just seems like that's it. But like Craig said, what's going on outside isn't what's going on inside. Like I control my room here to the best I can so that it doesn't know what the fuck's going on outside. It only knows what's going on here. But pressure systems, barometric pressure systems and other stuff, you can't simulate. You might be able to, but I think that's something that, they know when the pressure drops, and they know like, it seems that, 10 years, 2 of the years, shitty weather, shitty years. It's got to be something. And I don't know how to fix that. Especially if ambient's always constant. Like it's really weird. I don't even know. But the way I know things, you've had 2 out of 10 years that have been crazy weather. Like the weather here. I mean, I think this is the hottest. We might even have record-breaking heat yesterday. I don't know. It's all over the place. Weather's unpredictable. The world's unpredictable. You want to find out or try to figure out this before it happens again. But, if it was 1 year, one and done, you've had 2 years out of 10, know what you're doing. It's almost got to be something to do with the weather or, not even sure on that, but it is crazy. Heart of the Python. You guys say, glad you liked our logo. We did our first show. Oh my God, congrats. So how much do you aim to make at a show on average? So for me, I don't go saying I need to have a goal. I would like to pay for my expenses. Okay. I've gone to a show and made no money. One time only. I'm like, what the? Wow. I've gone to some shows and did okay. I've gone to some shows. I was like, I don't really want to do this, but I'll go. And I'm like, oh my God, I've made like 5 figures. What the hell? So you don't go thinking, you go to brand yourself, connect, put the face behind the logo or the name. You want to talk to people. You want to show them what you've got. You want to interact. You're marketing yourself. You're marketing your animals. So for example, I didn't have the greatest, I did okay. I definitely made money, but you could always do more. You always want more. But there's a gentleman and his girlfriend that came over. We got into conversation. I was with Austin, and Austin came over and says, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And I started talking. They're like, "No way, you're the second person." And, they came over to my table and we talked, and he's like, "Hey man, I'd love to see your place." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm just 20 minutes away. Let me and the girlfriend go to eat and have dinner, and then we'll come by." And I'm like, "Yeah, they won't come by. It's too hot. They're not coming by." Sure enough, they came by and spent 2 hours with them, showed them stuff. And he was like in heaven. And he's like, "Okay, well, I want to make sure I'm doing this right." I'm like, "Okay, let me." And this is something that is, people think with all the information out there, Patreons like myself and other people teaching people how to do it right. My breeder 1, 2, 3 video, I think, is probably the best video I've ever made because it made the most impact. People watched it, go, "Holy shit, let me do something about it," and actually are benefiting from it and understanding never to go back and to keep doing it better and moving forward. And I'm glad because it's helping people. So came in, have some nice animals, bought some from some pretty big breeders. I'm like, "Wow, nice animals." Okay, so which ones are which? How many males you got? How many females? I've got 8 males because I just bought one at the show today, and 1 female. And I'm like, "You're kidding me, right, bro?" He's like, "No, why?" And I'm like, "You are doing it all fucking wrong." So nice animals, spends money, decent animals. No one's teaching them how the fuck to do it right. He doesn't know. He's buying from these breeders some quality animals, 3, 4 gene clowns. Like, wow, this is fucking nice. Male, 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 male. He's got OD in these 3D clowns, in these 3 clowns with other combos. Doesn't need them all. 8 males, 1 female. Whoa. So I'm like, whoa, let me get my hooks in him, and hopefully he'll listen to I'm pointing him to some stuff. Hopefully he finds out, because if on that pace, you're going to have 30 males and 5 females and go, "Holy fuck, I'm screwed." Yeah, you're screwed already. Let me stop you, So it's very important to network and stuff. And this person here, could be one of those guys where I've seen did it all wrong. Go, "You know what? Screw this hobby. I just want to sell everything because, I'm already behind." I would rather have him learn, do it right, enjoy it, instead of going, "Oh, I feel like I'm fucked after 2 years." And then guess what? Now he buys animals. He's buying from other people. He's selling stuff, buying racks, growing. It's good for the whole industry. Yep. But it's amazing with all the information out there, people are still making the same mistakes we all fucking did, years and years ago.
And I think some of this is on the seller too, because honestly, a lot of people have males they want to sell. They don't bother to ask,
but you know what?
What do you have?
I don't think.
I'm not saying it's 100%, but come on.
Yeah. So to me, I like to talk to people. I really, and the funny thing is, he sent me a message today saying, "Hey man, like, your passion's crazy. Your animals are phenomenal." He's like, "You don't even fucking know me, and you spent 2 fucking hours with me in the heat after an expo on my feet all day, 4 hours sleep, up since 6 o'clock in the morning." And he's like, "Wow, where do you get this energy?" I'm like, "ADHD." He goes, "Wow." But, he messaged me and it's appreciative, yeah. And that's how I do it. Not everybody, and that's why I feel like, hey, I'm unique to my, to customers and to my people and to my Patreon. And, I want to give more. Not everybody has to. And I don't want everybody, everybody's the same. I want to stand out a little better. I want to know that I got your back. I want you guys to know that I give a shit. Like people have said that, go, "Oh, he only does his YouTube because of the money." The fuck, I'm not even the hour, the 2 hours, or even the 4 or 5 hours we used to put into this show before Craig back in the day. I've never got monetized anything unless you guys send me a super chat or whatever. But 33% goes out to YouTube. It's taxed. Believe me, I don't do YouTube for the money. And especially this show. I'm here because I want to hang out with you guys, chat, be here, and just, I love this. I love everything about it. So I breed snakes to make money. I don't do YouTube to make it. But, anyways, you go to a show to try to make money, to pay for your expenses, anything above. You want to network, promote yourself, enjoy the people. I remember Craig's very first one. He came on the Patreon and says, yeah, I did a show. It was great, but there's a few mistakes that I made, and the next one I'm going to change them. Holy shit, And then he didn't even sell a snake, but he sold snakes after the show, correct?
Yep.
So, it's promoting yourself. People will walk by and say, hey, I saw you. I didn't have the money there. Do you still have that animal? Here you go. Yes. You want to promote yourself. That's what you're doing. If you can make money, amazing, move animals. But you're going to also find that most people, oh, well, I made some money. I'm selling animals. Oh, what's at that table? You walk over and you're bringing back as many animals as you sold, but at least the animals you bought or bringing home or for your collection,
it's a trade.
That happens too.
It's a trade.
So, you definitely want to try to move more animals and sell them than buying that and adding more to, unless you're in that buying growing mode, but it's hilarious. Oh, good night. Good night. Snake you later.
Thanks for staying up.
And I'm going to throw this up right now. I'm going to throw that banner up. I'm going to throw up ARS. And I'm going to put thank you all for being a part of tonight's live with Craig and I, and the continued love and support, and everybody here helping, supporting each other, complimenting each other, giving tips and stuff. If I don't have all the answers, neither does Craig. We have opinions and stuff, and if we don't, there's people in here that might, which is awesome. I'm glad that people chime in and stuff like that. So 4 weeks ago, I started my snake on a weekly deworming routine. After 4 weeks, it had not had any more wet poops, but it hasn't pooped at all now, and it's had 3 rats in her. Should I be worried? How big is the snake? Is it small? But I would definitely want it to poop. What you might want to do is soak it. And then when you're in there, you want to see if the belly's bloated. And if you grab the snake and sort of feel, you might feel like a big, thick, hard poop. And it's weird because if it goes down there and you start seeing like it's sort of hard, and then you start seeing the tail end a little swollen, you might have to, I should do a video on it. But you want to sort of extract it and get it out, but you got to do it slowly, and you don't want to.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Prolapse the animal. Yeah, but
a soak is a great idea because sometimes just a soak will
the move around, the warmth. Yep. Yeah, I mean, if you have some electrolytes as well, put some electrolyte soak in warm water, 20 to 30 minutes.
She's 400 grams. He said so.
So that's a fair size. So I would be I would not want to feed her again until she passes something. But grab that animal, okay, and you lift it up and feel from halfway down. And if you feel some hard stool, if it hasn't passed, it'll be hard. It'll be like touching a rock, like And then sometimes you put it in the soak, the electrolyte soak, or just warm water, and you just want to try to sort of. I'm trying to do it like this. If the snake's here, you just want to push it back and forth. Like if it's something solid, you want to try to push it because it could be lodged. You just want to sort of do it. You don't want to sit there and cram it and jam it out because it's tear the insides. But after 3 rats, no poop, I definitely would not feed until it poops. Try to, if anybody else here, any vets, I know there's Boyd's or Us. I haven't seen Scott and Jordan, but anybody like that, is there something that you can suggest? Are they?
Scott and Jordan are here.
Is there something that you can suggest for this? Because, if I'm feeding an animal and it's eaten 3 times and it hasn't pooped, I'm not sure. I wouldn't keep putting food in. Maybe it's taking a little more time to digest it. I'm not 100% on that. But at 400 grams, I feed personally every 2 weeks. I don't know what you do. If you're feeding weekly in 3 weeks, it's had 3 meals and hasn't pooped, it's fine not to have a meal for a few weeks, and hopefully the stool will pass. Right?
Yep.
We try to hand out as many cards as possible at the expo. Awesome. Oh, here they are. Spending time talking with customers for a long time will pay off better in the end than the quick sell. I guarantee you, and I stand behind that. And any of you that have done that, you will know people will come back and remember the time that you've put in with them. And hopefully they pull some of the knowledge that you're throwing at them. It sticks and they understand because it's beneficial for them. Thank you so much. I know it's strange. Just wanted to check. Yeah. Love the lives. Always helpful. Bad ball year, but just had my first child. Oh, congratulations.
That's great.
1.0 or 0.1. No, that's amazing. And it's like, I wish I had an answer. I really do. But but data and stuff, 10 years, ultrasound, you know what you're doing. 2 years, bad weather, it's got to be correlated in some way. I just don't know. I wish I had an answer for everything to make everybody, oh, thanks, Billy. That helped. Oh my God, I'm on the track. Wow, what a great year. I wish I had all that. Maybe one day, but
Scott's got an answer here.
Okay, you want to pop it up?
Yep. Soak it and gentle massage the belly. Try and slowly help work it out. If the belly is very hard, then you may need to go to a vet for vet medication. Don't feed anymore till the poop.
Perfect. So,
and then said fresh drinking water and a little extra humidity in the enclosure. Okay,
good. Yeah, so I know I've had that. I used to have that many issues back in the day, probably 2014, 2015, when I was starting to make a lot of super fire combos and super fire heck clowns. Some of the super fires, I don't know if it was just the black-eyed leucistic thing, but I noticed that the super fires would always have a hard time pooping. So I would have to sit there and soak it, push the poop out, and it was backed up. And then I would bring it in, feed it a smaller meal. It would get bloated. I would take it to the trash can, sort of do it. And it would go, and I would pull it out or push it out slowly without having it prolapse. And just some of them, it was like, man, I've been doing this for like 3 fucking months now. Every time it eats, I got to sit there and I've got to, manually get, the poop out of the animal. And just didn't do well. So I ended up giving it away to somebody that fed it to either, one of the king snakes or a monitor or whatever, because the thing wasn't thriving, wasn't growing, wasn't doing well. And I manually for 3 months, and back then I was feeding every week a small meal, and I would have to go and assist the poop coming out and the urine. And you could see when you lifted it up, it was sort of swollen, right? It's like, oh, it's ready to go, but it wouldn't go on its own. So, Heart of the Python. Breeder 123 was game-changing for us. We sold 4 animals and talked to a ton of amazing people. Sold 1 animal to a local exotic vet. I feel like it went really well. Amazing.
Great.
So,
good job, guys.
Yeah. And you'll see, like Craig and other people, even myself. Oh, I'm in a bad area. Oh, I should do it like this. The flow was to that. Everybody wanted to see these animals, and it distracted. So you got to sort of plan out where you want stuff. And, if you divide it where females and males, females are more sought after. You want to have more area where the females, because more people are going to be in that area. There's this strategic planning and thought going in to your setup and stuff, and figure it out, make changes. What did you like? What don't you like? What do I need better? And adjust. I thought I had too many males when I'm 4.4. You do.
You do.
You do. Don't get it wrong. You do. Just not as many as my buddy. Okay? There you go. So 100% Scott, I can't do shows in Philippines so much, but chatting with people on Insta/Facebook, giving them the time of day, asking about their project, showing interest has led to some amazing relationships. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes relationships and the knowledge and the support is better than the dollar bill. Okay? Now, if you do that and build relationships and do what you're doing and enjoy it, the dollar bills will come. If you chase the dollars and you neglect everything else, you just can't get that easy. You know, you just can't get there and get into a group or get someone's friendship or their relationship. That comes over time. Money can come right away.
Matt helped me with my beagle pups, for example. That's not going to lead to a snake sale, but it built a good relationship.
What's that?
He helped me with my beagle pups. So
what? A beetle? What?
Beagle.
Oh, beagle pup. I'm like beetle. What the fuck? Were you Beatles? Okay, beagle. Okay,
Yeah.
Beagle pups. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell's a beetle pups? Like, okay.
He helped me a bunch with that.
It's awesome.
We had a few different Instagram calls and stuff.
Fucking Jason.
Really
8.1. You know what Brazers is?
No.
It's like a porn site.
Oh, nice.
So when you have an 8.1, yeah, it really works out with that ratio. Oh my God, Jason, dude. Oh my God, you're hilarious. Odds gods. Predatory salesman in the snake game. Say it ain't snow. Oh my God. Oh shit.
Yeah, and I don't know that it's, you know, I don't really mean predatory, but I mean like, you know, that when you ask a few questions and they really want to buy a snake and you know they really shouldn't buy that snake, you know.
Yeah. And the thing I asked, oh, it's a pet only. Oh, I'm not really into breeding. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, then
it's fine.
Opens the door, then you're fine.
Yeah.
You know, if this guy came in and said, hey man, yeah, oh, you have 8 males, you need 8 more. I'll give you a great deal. If I did that, I'm a piece of shit and I really set them up for failure. Okay.
Yep.
There's people out there that would do that and not my cup of tea. I won't do that.
Yep.
So, hey, it is what it is. So,
3.1 groupings.
Oh yeah. Or the best one is here's a 1.3 to make, with
Yes.
the craziest odds in the world to make this. And the genes that are in some of the animals can't even make that ridiculous pairing, even if it had it. But some of them doesn't even have some of the genes to make. What the fuck?
Yep.
Anyways,
Nuts.
Eric says, you will be surprised. We had people come to 5 and 6 shows, then purchase an animal and bring their friends. Word of mouth, 100%. And the reason why they came back and come, to 5 or 6 shows is because your knowledge, your time, they feel appreciative. You're there to answer questions. I mean, you definitely need to do that. Hit that like button. Listen to Randall. Good night, my man. Good night. Good night. So, Matt, at what point would you start assist feeding a snake? Approximately how long after it's come out of the egg? Me, 3 weeks. Okay. If I've attempted to assist feed it, attempt to feed it, 3 weeks in a row, out at that point, even 2 or 3, depending on how it looks. That animal, that yolk that it absorbed in the egg after it shed, that's long gone. And I've done it back in the past where I was afraid to do it. I'm like, let me wait. And I would feed it something small. And oh my God, it finally ate in week 7. Yay. And I come back and look. I don't want to disturb it. I come back and it's sitting there with the thing halfway in its stomach, dead. You know why? Because it used every single last ounce of breath of life to adjust, to eat that pinky. And it died because I let it go too long. I have never had an animal after 2-3 weeks, that I've assist fed. And even if I have to assist feed weekly, something small to get something in its stomach to get it started. I've had to do that for 3 months. I've had some that it's one and done, but I've had probably 90% success, if not more, assist feeding at an earlier stage to get that animal. If you're going to wait till 8 weeks or 2 months to then try to assist feed something that's lethargic that hasn't eaten in 8 weeks, it's not healthy. 3 weeks, I would say, is the max for me. You want to assist feed. And when you assist feed, don't think, I got to feed it what it would normally eat. No, you feed it something 1/3 of the size so that it goes down and nice and simple. You're not trying to feed it to gain weight. You're
You're
trying
trying
to
to
feed it
get
to
it started.
survive.
Yeah.
100%. And you will sit there and try to push in this with something so big, and you push too hard and the fucking guts pop open. You know, if you're doing frozen thawed, you want to do something nice and small, goes in, you wait. I have a couple videos on YouTube about assist feeding. No, I think it might be on my Patreon. I might have had it on YouTube back in the day, but I would definitely say, especially right out of the egg, 3 weeks maximum. North Country question, if you don't mind, was the snake fasting? If how long? Did it eat after the deworming? Maybe a couple questions. 400 grams. She aggressively eats. She only didn't eat for the 1 week while being treated. Holy Jesse. Music City Balls. How you doing? Cool. Soak for 50 minutes in warm water. It may even, oh yeah, you know what? I've even had some poop in the water. Yes.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Sure.
There you go. Look at this. See that? I love the advice from just comes on and helping out. Love it. Has anyone got a red-eyed Lucy ball?
I suppose maybe if you had an albino that was
lavender.
If you had an albino that was a super fire or something. I don't know. An albino that was
maybe.
I don't know.
So, head stamp. How you doing? BashCoder.
Good to see you.
Thank you, Billy, for all your help on how to build a collection. Breeder 123. I just hit my first double recessive.
Awesome.
Male pastel DG clown. Should be ready for the clown het DGs. I made last year. Look at that. See? There you go. Now watch. Now watch how they come, because with that pairing, you're 1 and 2, baby. They come fast.
Yep.
But you're very welcome. And I'm glad people listened and watched that 1, 2, 3. It really basically tries to get you to understand how to do this right, where you need to be, how to move forward. And I'm glad it's helping so many people. There's a few more before we say goodbye. Have 2 pairings on the go right now. Then I'm done till next year. Gotta let my whole backs get to size. Don't we all? Don't we all? Feeding, trying to activate its feeding instinct. Yes. Exactly. You definitely want to get, that feeding response as fast as possible.
And their gut has to get going too.
100%. So, like always, so if you're on my Patreon, it's only for the $25 tier and up. If you're on Patreon, and like I said, if you sign up at the $25 tier, even if you want to sign up for the month, download, watch everything, use it. Let me know. I'll put you in the chat. If you want to sign up and I don't want to use that word. It's a bad word. Take whatever you want out of my Patreon for a month and get out. Cool. It'll be the best $25 you ever spent. If you like it and you want to keep going and join and keep with the chat and everything else, awesome. I have deals on snakes. There's a lot of stuff, and I'm actually once I move to the new facility, I'm going to be even more active on it. I really want to use my Patreon for probably 70% of my business. There's a lot of changes I want to make, but I can guarantee you, if you sign up for $25 and you watch that video, that alone, that'll save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, and all the information. There's so many awesome people. Craig's been on 3 years now?
Mm-hmm. At least.
And, Mark, watch this. So Mark, I was on a live stream with someone else. I forget who it was. It might have been Wiz, or I don't know who was interviewing me, but Mark, this gentleman here, Mr. Firefighter, I said, he's like, oh, Patreon. I'm not trying to explain it. I'm like, listen, if you join and you watch everything and you don't get anything or don't think it's for $25 fucking, I'll give you your goddamn money back. He joined it, and I'm pretty sure he's still a member. Or he might have got off because of the situation, but he was on it for a while and everything like that. And he's messaged me like, hey, man, thanks. I so much to learn. And I know I have helped him somewhere in his head. and his collection changed to do things better for himself, you know, and so much material for your breeding toolbox. Thank you so much. But if you go on there and you don't think it's worth $25, there's a problem. And, you know, we invest so much time and money, this and everything else. We don't spend time on in knowledge. We think there's so much knowledge out there. There's a lot more. I wish I could give more. I'm trying to find ways to give more. No rush, my man. I mean, yeah, shit happens. You know, I've had people go up tiers, down tiers, go off, come back. I totally get it. You know, I just want it while you're there. You feel like you are getting your money's worth. You belong to something. You have support. My Patreon is only as good as the people in it, you know? So, still drinking my Diet Coke out of the MC coffee mug. Awesome, baby. But yeah, Breeder123, if you're on Patreon, you go to collections, MC Academy. There's a bunch of them. But I think actually, didn't I pin it to the top?
I don't know.
I'm going to have to do a few things. But anyways, we are going to say our goodbye, our usual song. And Craig. Everyone have an awesome week. Where is it? I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it here. And we are out. Thank you, everybody. Have an awesome week.
Good night, everyone.
Talk to you soon.
My channel, my content, I'm the man with the Morse. Billy Rose in the house,
And
breaking
Craig.
down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Yo, it's Billy Rose, let me tell you
Craig.
the tale. From the heart of Canada, where the pythons prevail. Got the rack stack high, more style to make you smile. From clowns to ultra males, I'm running this reptile now. Started from the bottom, now collections elite. Feeding ASF, every snake gets a treat with the community tight. I'm the breeder you seek. Mutation, creation, every day of the week. Social media buzzing, see the followers grow. On YouTube, Instagram, watch the Billy Rose show. The hats and
Craig
synergize,
show.
got the genetics unlocked. In the reptile game, I'm the TikTok.
I can't
the
hear
clock.
these.
Channel my content, I'm the man
No?
with the Morse. Billy Rose
I
in the
can.
house, breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation,
pretend I
making
can.
waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Gold scissors in hand, cutting clutches with flair. Repping Toronto, Canada, you know I'm rare.
Gold scissors in hand. That's it, baby. Everyone, thanks for popping in. Thanks for support. Thanks for helping out with questions and guiding new people that come on and answering and being so awesome. And see you soon. Bye, y'all.
Good night.